Hi, my name's Savannah.
I'm Ella. Take 3.
Yeah, this is our third take. This week for current events, we have the Catholic Church. Ours is pretty sad. The Pope died. Ella, it's okay. We're gonna talk about the voting process. I'm gonna talk about what he did the day before the doctor told him. Easter, actually. The doctor told him that he needed to rest, take it easy, not like necessarily rest, but take it easy, stay out of the crowds. Did he listen?
He's a rebel.
Nope, he did not listen. He, in fact, went and met J.D. Vance. He met a couple people, I think. I forget the rest of the people. I just remember J.D. Vance because I've seen that everywhere.
Yeah.
And then, what's the day at the Vatican? I forget. Where he was pretty much just not listening to the doctor. He was in all the crowds.
There was like a big crowd of people like gathered around him, and he was like hugging on kids and stuff.
Yeah. And then, unfortunately, he passed away the next morning, day after Easter. So now, the voting process will start. I don't know when. Ella, when does it start?
Isn't it like Saturday or something, maybe? I don't know. Okay, but there's like, I don't remember the church, but I'm just gonna go for what I remember. Okay, so pretty much all the cardinals under the age of 80 will meet, and they'll get like sealed into this place, like church. And the only people that are allowed to come in are like
Church officials, probably.
like something like that, yeah. And since it's like really sworn, they're all like sworn to secrecy, so only those people can come in and bring in food and stuff. Okay. And because this lasts like 2 to 6 days, I think.
Yeah, I believe that's right. Yeah.
That would suck. But anyway, so the Cardinals, just pretty much people like I think wait outside the church to see what like happens because they all vote, and then the first vote it's like never like all green, so they'll burn it through this like chimney, and if like black smoke comes out, it means they didn't decide on the put, but if white smoke they did.
Yeah.
So then they're done. But so when they're voting, the people can't come in and out.
Yeah.
That's what I forgot to say. And so they just have to keep doing that until
they come to one agreement.
Right, and you can like choose like any male baptized single male.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I said that twice, but
I think that's right.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty. Wait, did I turn it off? No, I didn't. It's pretty sad, but
hopefully we get a good new pope, and
that's as good as Pope Francis.
Yes, maybe better.
Maybe better. Hopefully, I mean, there's not too much better. He was a good man.
Just be wise and
be as great as him. Okay. Do we have anything else?
No.
Nope. Have a good rest of your week.
Bye.
Hi guys.
Welcome back.
We're back.
To the part almost done.
This is like a YouTube video.
This week?
Major global outreach events.
This year.
Well, obviously this year. Current global outreach events. Earth Aid Live, which is a global climate concert. Starts in August, and there's 6 countries across 5 continents, including London, Los Angeles, and Rio de Janeiro.
Sol de Janeiro.
Basically the same thing.
Very good stuff.
Its purpose is inspired by Live Aid, which this initiative aims to address the climate crisis through a series of concerts promoting individual, community, corporate, and governmental action towards a net zero carbon footprint, which we need to just love the earth, I guess.
Yeah, it was just Earth Day a couple days ago.
Was it actually?
Yeah, support the earth. The second thing we're going to talk about is the World Economic Forum called Davos. This happened January 20th to the 24th, and this year, obviously. The theme was Celebration for the Intelligent Age. This discusses on geopolitical stability, economic resilience, climate change, artificial intelligence, and inclusive economic growth. We were talking the other day. Hold on. Sorry, Mr. Hansen interrupted.
Slight intermission. Global Citizen Now Conference. It is located in New York City, and it highlights calls for increased investments in sub-Saharan Africa's youth, proposals for $6 billion in aid for Africa and $600 million for an education fund, which
Dang.
I think would be very beneficial for Africa.
Next, we have educational and humanitarian outreach programs. ASGCT, the Global Gene Therapy Training Course. The application to apply for that is May 1st, and it's a free course offered by the American Society of Gene and Cell Therapy in collaboration with Mahumbi University in Health Allied Sciences, aimed at equipping educators with knowledge on clinical gene therapy advancements. So you're trying to educate those around you. I think
Some people around me need educated.
I need a nap.
Me too. The Nations Course 2025 World Outreach. September 1st through November 15th. Format hybrid, online and in person.
Ooh.
It's a program to prepare individuals for effective cross-cultural ministry and outreach to unreached people groups. So we can stay connected with the rest of the world. And you can do it online or in person.
You want to talk about the blood drive?
Yeah.
So to end this, we have a blood drive going on at school. It's a global outreach to our community. We're trying to help save lives. So May 8th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Sign up to donate blood. It only takes 15 minutes. You get out of class. It'll be fire. And they might give you snacks.
Don't be scared, guys.
30 seconds of fear saves someone 30 years of life. Bye.
Bye.
On podcast episode 12, I think, maybe.
Episode April 23rd,
Global events.
2025. In recent news, in Vatican City, the death of Pope Francis has triggered a period of mourning before the process of picking a new pope begins. Francis's death was announced on Monday by Cardinal Kevin Farrell, the Vatican Camerlengo. Dear brothers and sisters, with deep sorrow I must announce the death of our Holy Father Francis, a statement from the Camerlengo said. After the Pope's funeral and 9 days of mourning, all cardinals under the age of 80 will convene in the Vatican to pick Pope Francis' successor. It typically takes between 2 to 3 weeks when a pope is chosen following the death of his predecessor, though it can stretch slightly beyond that if the cardinals struggle to agree on a candidate. I'm so out of breath, I feel fat.
Thank you. Costco news. Go.
Dozens killed as gunmen massacre tourist in Kashmir beauty spot. Gunmen killed at least 26 people and injured a dozen others in the disputed Himalayan region of Jammu and Kashmir on Tuesday. A rare assault on tourists in an area fraught by decades of insurgency and opposition to India's rule. The devastating massacre targeted sightseers in a popular tourist destination in Pahalgam in the mountains Anantnag district, and is the region's worst assault on civilians in years. Most of the 26 people killed are understood to be travelers. Among the victims was Nepali national and another person of Indian origin who works in the Middle East, V.K. Burdi, Inspector General of Police in Kashmir. He added that the attack took place in part of Bajarian Valley, which is only accessible by foot or on horseback. The assault unfolded in a meadow with mountainous ridges nearby that stretched several miles without any car roads, he said. Observers described horror as the attack unfolded and the bloody scene wrought by the gunman.
Beautiful.
I think that's all for now.
Good call. Go.
Russian President Vladimir Putin said Monday that he's open to the possibility of bilateral talks with Ukraine for the first time in years, as pressure from the United States builds on both sides to agree to a quick peace deal. U.S., European, and Ukrainian officials are set to meet this week in London after Washington warned that it could abandon its efforts in ending the conflict if there was no sign of progress. Speaking to reporters, Putin said it could be possible to discuss the halting of strikes against civilian infrastructure directly with Kyiv. We have a positive attitude towards ceasefire, Putin also said, referencing Russia's decision to implement a 30-hour Easter truce where both sides accused each other of violating. That is why we have always said that we take a positive attitude towards peace and senators, Putin said. We hope that representatives of the Kyiv regime will feel the same way. Ukraine, which called for the extension of the truce before it expired Sunday, had reportedly accused Russia of deliberately targeting civilians with air and drone strikes. President Vladimir Zelensky has called for Moscow to halt such attacks. Putin acknowledged that recent Russian strikes had hit civilian facilities in Ukraine, but claimed that they were being used for military purposes.
Thank you.
Ready?
Earthquake.
3, 2, 1. Magnitude 6.2 earthquake strikes near Istanbul as scores injured in panic. The earthquake struck on the coast of Istanbul. What are you doing?
I don't know. Recording.
Coast of Istanbul.
Hi, I'm Charlie.
I'm Evan, and I'll be talking about cancer treatments and other good stuff.
Yeah, that's what we're all going to be talking about.
Cancer treatment breakthrough. Reality TV star Teddy, I don't know how to pronounce that, shared that all of her tumors have recently shrunk or disappeared after undergoing immunotherapy for stage 4 melanoma. She remains optimistic about becoming cancer-free after completing two more sessions.
That's really good. The fact that they can do that, that's insane.
Overnight, each shrunk.
Be serious, this is cancer. What you said. Anyways, blind cure milestone? People can see again? That's gonna be awesome. Anyways, London doctors are using Pioneering. Sure, gene therapy to restore sight in 4 children born with a rare genetic condition, making the world's first achievement in medical science. They used a random gene to fix people's sight. That's insane.
I wonder how that man feels of doing
I wonder how they found that out. Like, did they just see the gene and was like, I think this might work. That'll be interesting.
Record-breaking tree planting. Volunteers across 50 countries planted 1 million trees in a single weekend.
Billion.
Is that billion?
It's
billion.
billion.
Sorry. 1 billion trees in a single weekend, setting a new global record and making a significant impact on carbon capture efforts.
Yeah, because she's capturing carbon and turning it into oxygen. So that's very helpful. And it just helps with pollution.
No, I didn't know carbon.
I'm pretty sure at least. So solar-powered sounds. German scientists unveiled solar panel that doubles as a speaker, combining clear energy generated with entertainment, offering a glimpse into a... What do we think that word is?
Greener and more enjoyable future.
Oh. Anyways, these are all extremely good things. That cancer and the blind thing is awesome.
I can't believe they figured this out.
That's gonna help so many people.
It's gonna help so many people. They figured all this out in less than like a year. But it's taken a lot of other scientists decades to even get a fraction of that.
It's
I wonder
insane.
how much that even cost to
Probably a lot, but like hopefully not too much.
I can tell one of those kids they got like their blindness cured and like 20 years them flexing on your internet that they got their blindness cured.
That's gonna be awesome for those kids.
Or how many are they gonna do in the next year? If they found it out this year. I wonder how many they're gonna do.
Hopefully they'll be able to be expanding on that. Anyways, I'm Charlie.
I'm Evan.
And thank you for talking to us today.
I'm Nathan.
I'm Bao.
And this is Pop Culture. Lady Gaga's Coachella mic mishap. During her Coachella 2025 performance, Lady Gaga experienced a microphone malfunction while performing her recent single, Abracadabra. The technical issue occurred during the first verse of her set on the second weekend of the festival, briefly cutting her vocal feed and leaving only the instrumental audible. Demonstrating professionalism, Gaga quickly switched to a handheld microphone and resumed her performance. She later acknowledged the glitch while performing Shallow on a secondary stage, assuring fans that the incident was proof she sings live and reaffirming her commitment to giving her best on stage. Katy Perry's spaceflight sparks debate. Katy Perry's spaceflight sparks debate. Katy Perry participated in an all-female Blue Origin spaceflight event alongside Lauren Sanchez and Gayle King. While the mission was celebrated as a historic event, it faced criticism from figures like Olivia Munn and Olivia Wilde, who questioned the flight's purpose amid global challenges. U.S. Secretary of Transportation Sean Duffy argued that the Blue Origin misrepresented the participants as astronauts. Citing FAA criteria, Gayle King defended the mission, highlighting the scientific contributions of fellow passengers Aisha Bowe and Amanda Nguyen.
You. Netflix released the 5th and final season of You, bringing Joe Goldberg's twisted journey to a close. The season features new cast members, including Madeline Bruder as Bront, an enigmatic playwright who connects with Joe over literature and loss. The series, which began filming in March 2024, wrapped up in August 2024, and was released in April 2025.
Very good.
Hello and welcome to Leanne and Chris podcast. Today, or this week, we have sports.
Yippee.
And we're kind of going more natural, this week. We are going with just off script. We're just kind of talking,
Just talking.
Going back to the roots.
The roots.
This week, for sports, we're going to talk about how the Columbus Crew, which is a soccer team, MLS.
We're pretty avid fans.
Yeah. We?
I like them. They're fun.
I am a season ticket member in the supporters section.
They're Nordic.
It's Nordecke. It's German for North End.
I just say Nordic because that's how it's spelled.
Yeah, that's how a white person would say it.
We're both white. Sorry, we're kind of mad at each other this week.
It's fine. We'll miss each other when we go to college. So basically what happened was Messi, the greatest soccer player in the world, he was going to play Columbus, and the Haslams, which are the owners of the Columbus Crew, decided, well, the stadium in Columbus is 20,000 seats, which can't really get us that much money, so we're going to go to a 70,000.
Lower Darkham Field is the one in Columbus.
And Huntington Bank Field is the home of the Cleveland Browns, which is the field they used in Cleveland when they played Messi. And a lot of the fans were mad because they were like, well, we're the Columbus Crew, we're not the Cleveland Crew, so we should play in Columbus. Even if it's less people in the stadium, it'll still be better. So yeah, the Nordec is fan base. Like, it's not like the owners pick what happens in the Nordec. It's its own group, and the people that are like the president and stuff of that actually decided that they didn't want to go to the Cleveland game out of protest. I went to the Cleveland game, and so there was no one leading the chants or anything. It was just kind of just like people made chants whenever. About half the stadium was Messi fans, half of it was Crew, so it was like, yeah, there are like more Crew people there, but there are also a lot of Messi people. The Crew lost 1-0. The middle ref was horrible. She did not ref a good game. What are your opinions on it?
I don't know. Probably most of the people were probably Crew fans, but they bought the ticket to see Messi, if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's why you go to that experience, like, to see him.
Yeah.
Like, because you can go to any, like, Crew game and it'll be the same experience, like, each time. But not, like, the same experience, but it's going to be
I get what you mean.
A fun atmosphere.
It's a Crew experience.
Yeah.
Every time.
But, I don't know. Also, they have a lot of fun things to do on the side of their stadium. And one time I did see Chris while I was walking in.
Yeah, I'm pretty cool. Yeah. Some might say. But yeah, I mean, Crew games are fun, and if you're watching this and you haven't been to a Crew game, please go to one. It's
fun experience.
Yeah, even if you're not a soccer player or like soccer or anything, just go. It's
Go to
fun.
Hell is Real. That's
Hell,
the
Hell
best
is
one.
Real. So it's their rivalry game in between Cincinnati and Columbus Crew. And there's a sign halfway. I don't know what the road is. I should probably know what that is because I'm going to Cincinnati.
It's the interstate 777. No.
No. It's one of the interstates, and there's a sign that says "Hell is real," and basically it's like a religious thing. But then they were like, well, geographically or whatever
It's
the
like
word is,
in
it's in
between
between both of them. So it's like the "Hell is real" derby. Yeah,
But that's the best one.
that's
It's
the
really fun.
best game. Yeah, my dad was the hometown hero at the last one, so.
Oh, I went to the one 2 years ago. But
And I have
Except-
season tickets, and they're really not that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Buongiorno. This
Welcome
is
to Rap
Rap
Chat.
Chat. So
Yeah, okay, so Elon Musk is. Oh, we're talking about government. Elon Musk is stepping back from Doge after like getting it up and running and stuff. He's citing a need to work on his other projects for leaving because like he's doing this whole like AI thing and like Tesla and this like rocket company, and he's got a lot on his plate, so he's leaving.
that's crazy.
What do I mean?
Anyway, the Trump administration is proposing a major overhaul of the U.S. State Department that would eliminate more than 100 offices, including some working on war crimes and rights advocacy, to ensure the agencies that the agency is in line with President Donald Trump's America First priorities. The plan would eliminate 132 of the department's 734 bureaus and offices. Undersecretaries will submit plans to reduce staff by 15%.
Okay. Now, world leaders, including President Trump and JD Vance, Vice President JD Vance, whatever, yeah. Because, oh, sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Yeah, they're mourning the Pope and giving their condolences to the Catholic community. And many of them are like reflecting on their positive experiences with the Pope and like talking about the contribution that they saw like he made to the world and stuff. So, yeah.
More sad news. At least 20 people were feared killed after suspected militants opened fire on tourists in India's Jammu and Kashmir territory on Tuesday. Three security sources said the worst attack on civilians in the troubled Himalayan region for years. The attack occurred in Pahalgam. Do you know how to say that?
Pahalgam.
Yeah, it's a very
Pahalgam.
popular
Pahalgam.
destination in the scenic mountainous region where mass tourism, especially during the summer months, has resurged as Islamist militant violence has eased in recent years. One security source put the death toll at 20, while the second put it at 24 and the third at 26. Let's give them a moment of silence, as well as for Pope Francis. Thank you. Goodbye.
Good morning. It's just me, Gary, for really real news because Caleb is fake and he went to Florida. So, our topic is weather. So, to be honest, it's all over the place. It's April and there's like snow up by like the Great Lakes and stuff right now. So we're gonna blame the vast difference in weather to all the natural disasters and global warming. Yeah. Like I just said, there's snow showers. Should come to the end over all the Great Lakes. And then we have below average temperatures. Obviously, there's snow. And then in southern Canada, it's sending a strong cold surging southward through the Rockies. So heavy snowfalls total over the portion of southern Montana and Wyoming, where 1 to 2 feet of snow could possibly fall. Isn't that crazy? It's snowing in April. Yeah. Yeah. I know. And then in the central US, well, it's freezing in the central US. It's warm down south, the Great Plains. Yeah, they have temperatures of 80 to 90. Isn't that crazy? To think about like the vast differences and stuff. And they also have severe storms. So like large hail, tornado warnings, and really, really high wind. So that's great. That's grand, isn't it? But yeah, that's all for national weather. It's not as entertaining without him here. I'm sorry.